water bath cooker. And looks like that. And I have already had some pickle stuff mixed up. I'll show you that here in a second. Here's a couple I've already got the juice in. Then I forgot I hadn't shown y'all. So I use this little thing and just take this and just scoop it in there like that. That one's already full. Then I can't find my tongs tonight, so I used kind of improvise, but I take the seal and I dip it in the hot water, and then I place it, I've already dipped on top of this. Then I get a ring, put it on there, and normally I would use both hands. Let's see if I can do it. And then you tighten it on there, and then what we will do, I'll show you in a minute. To mix up the pickling juice, this is what I use. Mrs. Wedges. And all the instructions are right there on the bag. I mean, just exactly how I make them. Just follow that. I had some already mixed up, but it didn't go as far as I thought from the last time I came. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this package. Well, first I'm going to measure out what I need. And it is 3 1/3 cup of distilled vinegar and 7 1/3 cups of water. And we'll pour this into that and then boil it. And then let it cool down just a little bit and then pour it in the jars. So I'm gonna stop this for a second and measure all this stuff out, and then I'll come right back. Okay, I've measured out my 3 1/3 cup of white distilled vinegar and 7 1/3 cups of water. Poured it into a stainless steel pan, and I poured the packet of stuff in there. I'm stirring it, and as you can see, it's like a really pickly green color, and it's got some little seeds in it, dill seeds. I'm doing mine, my range is gas, so do pretty fast, but I've got it on high because I want to get it boiling, and then I'll let it cool just a little bit so that I can put it in the jars. But we want it to boil and get all that mixed up really nice. Okay. And like I said, I just follow the recipe on the back of this, and it tells you, you know, like what you can and can't use, that kind of thing. It says do not use an aluminum pan. I knew there was something you weren't supposed to use aluminum, but anyway. Okay, so I am going to pause again and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I've got my hot water bath going. Here is the pickling mix all mixed up. It's already been boiled, and I've got them sitting here on a towel because that way I don't spill it. But I'm going to swap this closer because this stuff is very hot. I'm just gonna put this funnel in here, and I'm gonna scoop some of this into this. I'm just gonna fill up the jar. I like to try to get some of these seed things in there. So we just fill it. Be very careful, this is very hot, and this is kind of the point where if you've got littles helping you, they need to stand back because you don't want them getting burned by any of this process. So I usually make them leave. Okay, so I'm just gonna check. This is a nifty little tool that tells you how much head space you have left in the jar. Okay, so we want 1/2 inch head space, which is this. I don't know if you can see that. So I need just a little, because we want it to just touch it. So I need just a little bit more juice. all this stuff seems simple, and it is once you learn it. I kind of had to teach myself. My mom was really good at canning, but I kind of had to teach myself how to do it. Kind of one of those things I never did get her to teach me. I had to teach myself. Okay, so there we go. We've got our 1/2 inch headspace, and already scalded these a minute ago. So then I'm gonna put the lid on there, and then got a ring here, and you can just buy these in boxes. The lids are like this, and the rings come with it, and there's different brands. I'll just use whatever I can find. Okay, might not be able to do this one-handed. Okay, so just screw that on there pretty tight, not super tight, because once they've been put into the hot water bath and come out, they will seal. So this little thing needs to be up, not indented. Okay, I'll be right back. I forgot to add is I always leave my lid kind of cracked a little bit, so a little bit of steam can escape. And also be really careful with this whole process. It's really hot and could burn a child or an animal. So just make sure that everybody's cleared out of the kitchen when you're canning, because it could be dangerous. And be careful and don't burn yourself. Okay, I'm back. I've got my hot water bath, and now I've got a jar. And I'm only going to do this, show you this once, because this is hot and I really need to be careful. Okay, so I've got the lid on there. I'm just going to raise this up and carefully put it in here, not touching the metal sides. Just put it in there, and then make sure when you put the other jars in there that they're not touching each other or touching the sides. Back, I've got all of the quart jars in there. None of them are touching each other or touching the sides. And then in the middle, I've got a little small pint jar of banana peppers. So the small jars go for 10 minutes, and the quart jars go for 15 minutes. But it always ends up kind of being a little bit longer, almost more like 20 minutes, because I leave it in there just a few minutes, turn it off, let it cool. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that up just a little bit. It's boiling. You wanna make sure it's boiling good, but not too hot, because it could crack the glass. Something to the end of this video. These are the ones that I canned in the video, and as you can tell, they all turned out great except for this jar of peppers, banana peppers. Apparently they did like I told you, and they floated. I didn't have it packed full enough. So what will happen is, over time, the things that are at the top will get mushy. So what I'll do about that is I'll just go ahead and open that and eat it, you know, within a week or so of canning it. And you can also do that if, see how these are all sealed really nice on the top. There's no little thunk thunk noise. It's on there. Occasionally you will get one. This one did seal, but occasionally you'll get one that is not sealed. It will look like this, and you'll be able to. This one was sealed, but I went ahead and opened it to show you something. But anyway, also I like to always write the date on the top of the pickles. They make really cute little labels. Etsy, or I'm sure you can make your own. There's a Ball brand of them. I just always, I'm so busy, I just usually grab a Sharpie and write it on there. That lets me know how old they are. And I usually take a picture with my phone so that I can remember if I forget to write the date. So I remember the date. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you. And I was going to show you that once you open them, and I had already pre-loosened this, but I usually take, this will be hard to get off. I usually take something and hold it with my other hand, which I'm holding the camera, but and just stick that up under there, and it'll make a suction noise and pop off. And so you keep that and that, and once you open these, you'll need to keep them in the refrigerator from here on out. They probably won't last long because they are yummy, but I just wanted to open them up, and oh my goodness, the smell, it's making my mouth absolutely water. Here is, we're gonna try one. Let's see if we can, make sure you don't eat that dill. Okay, let's see what it sounds like. Very crunchy, so yummy. Just like my mom made and just like my nanny used to make. So I hope y'all try this and can make them and enjoy pickles. You can make your own and enjoy them all through the winter if they last that long. Thank y'all for watching. Bye. Jar turned out excellent. These are so good.